Hi, my Creative Scrapbook friends, it's Jacqueline Wrench, and today I wanted to do just a quick video to give you a closer look at my August Main kit projects. Specifically, I wanted to show you how I included and customized the die cuts from the Fancy Pants Life is Beautiful ephemera pack. This was one of my favorite pieces in the kit this month. As you can see on the back side, my package is a bit empty, but this gives you a look at all the die cuts that were in the package. And there are just so many versatile elements, tabs, frames, word strips, doilies, and then lots of cute little icons that can be used on a variety of different pages. So I wanted to start off here with this first page. This one's a busy one. I created a patchwork background using many of the pattern papers from the kit. So since it kind of has already a lot going on the page, I wanted to stick to minimum embellishments, which also meant using a minimum amount of die cuts. But I wanted to include a few that had meaning, and what I started with first were these circular die cuts. I thought they were really cute because they provided a bit of a graphic element against my busy background. And also the words on each die were very meaningful and pertinent to the page that I was doing. So I added those to a couple of the patchwork squares on my background and adhered them with foam adhesive. And when I added them, I was sure to include them in a visual triangle, which helps lead your eye throughout my page. These two at the top, you'll notice I kind of cut them off. And what that does is it leads your eye off the page instead of having an abrupt stopping point at the top or the side. And that's also a significant design element. Couple other dies I used, this cute one as part of my title, You Make Me Happy, to go along with the seriously. And then I loved using this little butterfly, just a sweet little accent to add to my page. Pull it up here so you can see it a little better. I actually stapled it in the center, which allowed it to be free from adhesive so that I could lift the sides and give it a little extra dimension. So that's a look at the first page. Let's grab this next one. This next page, most of my die cuts are all up here in the right hand corner of the page. Kind of clustered them together to create a little scene. Just used a couple of the cloud die cuts and the sunshine, and this sweet little sunshine and smiles phrase. And I just layered them up to make a sweet little scene in the sky. And then I really loved that the flare was just the perfect size to put right in the center of that sunshine. I thought that made for a sweet little scene. And then I also, as you'll notice on many of my pages throughout the kit, I've used these tabs. They're a great spot to include the date. And then on this bottom one here, I've actually even added just a little typed extra journaling sentiment. So those were a lot of fun to use throughout my design too. This next page, page number 3 of my 4 kit projects, on this one, it might be kind of hard to spot the die cuts, and that's because they work so well with the patterns and the prints that were originally included with the kit. Not just the Fancy Pants papers, but also the Bella Boulevard illustrated faith papers that you'll receive in your August Main kit. So if we look closely, you can see I've used some of the floral dies among the florals that were already printed on the background paper. I think that's kind of a fun look, and it allows you to use foam adhesive underneath those to create some dimension to those floral scenes. Another way in which I used die cuts on this page was the cute little arrows. I liked layering those over top of the background stripe. Kind of mimics the theme there and continues the movement across the page. And what it really does is it's pointing away from this busy side of the page towards my focal point, which is my journaling and most specifically my photo. And then give you a closer look at those, but I just stitched on those die cuts, and that kind of created a fun look just to mimic that straight line again on the pattern paper. And then there's other die cuts throughout. I've used staples again to attach these little hearts and a couple of phrase sentiments. Let's grab the last page right here. This is probably my favorite of the projects that I made for this kit. And I think the reason it's probably my favorite is because I incorporated so many die cut pieces on this page. Let's start at the top. I loved this little speech bubble. There's another one in the package that looks like this, so it's obviously plain when you get it. And I just ran that through my printer and added my journaling. It was the perfect little spot to add our frozen yogurt order, details of that there. And then again, I added one of the die cut hearts with a staple, which allowed me to lift up the edges for some dimension. Let's see, what else? Oh, right down here, I created a cute little vignette, and that's created solely out of dies from the die cut pack. So the frame is included within the die cut pack, and I just placed that on top of a white background, which gave me a nice blank surface to layer the camera and the sweet little yay banner. So that kind of creates a fun little embellishment there. And then I've continued the embellishing throughout the background, used more of the florals again, which pop nicely off of the black and white polka dot background. And then once again here, you'll see that I couldn't resist adding one of the tabs to include my date. And then the final finishing touches, I added a few of the word strips, which just, add some final finishing touches. So that's kind of a look at what I did this month for the August kit. The die cuts, like I said, were a favorite of mine and really had fun using them. So I hope you do the same, and we would love for you to share with us what you're doing with the kit. So thanks for watching.